Some just do it for the cash, others do it for the passion. Is you working on your craft? Is you really about that action? The craft. Welcome.
What's good, y'all? It's O.D.D.I.T.Y, and welcome to the craft. I get asked sometimes how do you balance the highs and lows as an artist, and my initial response would be just realizing how much I love to create and realizing that I need to stick to the process of just getting better every day continually, because the ups and downs, the highs and lows are going to come. There's going to be points where you feel like you're on top of the world. You release a single, you know it's a great song, it's received well, it gets on playlists. You make a video, the video gets views, it's lots of comments, it's received well. You see that instant gratification. Those are the highs. You have a live performance and you know you killed it and you get great feedback right away. But then there's the lows of being an artist, and that's you put your heart into a single or you put your heart into an album and you spend hours and hours, hundreds of hours on the process, and you don't get the instant gratification, or it's not received the way that you had imagined it would. And so those are lows. Also, performing and you just didn't bring the energy, or you fumbled some words, or you just felt like it wasn't received the right way. Those are the lows, because as an artist, you put so much emotion behind the work that you put out there that it can be draining. And so to answer that question of how do you deal with the ups and downs and the highs and lows, is just stick to the process of getting better every day. Even if by me getting better tomorrow than I was today, even if no one notices that, and they won't notice those small increments of getting better day by day. But what they will notice, and what you will notice eventually, is that incrementally getting better day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, you will grow as an artist and you will get closer to your goal, whatever that goal be. This part for me, starting out, when I started out writing and wanting to rap some years ago, was creating idealistic ideas of how my art was going to be received by people who had no reason to be invested in what I was doing. And then I didn't realize the work that I still needed to do, and the time I needed to put in marketing and promoting and just showing people that I was serious in my work, so that they had a reason to be invested. Because I think for a lot of artists starting out, we think that because we wrote a song, that everyone on our social media or everyone that we pass by in the street should be invested in and want to use time from their blip on the map of existence to listen to our song. And that's just not the case. Music is just like anything else, business, advertising. Why should this person use their time to consume your product, which as an artist, ultimately that's what our music is, and our art is a product to be consumed. So what I've had to learn over the years is I need to give people a product that's worth them investing their time in. And to do that, I needed to work so much harder on developing my product and getting better at my craft, whether that's writing, practicing stage performance, just coming up with better concepts, coming up with more catchy songs and hooks, experimenting with production, and just putting together the full package that people should be invested in. The highs of being an artist are really, really awesome, and it's hard to explain. When your art meets or exceeds the expectations you had for it, and how it's received. But does that happen all the time, and especially when you're starting out? No. So that's what I had to learn along the journey, and I'm getting much, much better at, is sticking to the process. The process will never, ever, ever steer you wrong. But unrealistic expectations will, and they will lead to lows. And for a lot of artists, they can't get out of those lows, and those lows lead to being burnt out, writer's block, lack of creativity, lack of motivation, ultimately just your demise as an artist. So balancing the highs and lows for me is trusting the process of getting better day by day, incrementally, and realizing that just because I put in work today to get better for tomorrow doesn't mean that it's going to show for myself, and doesn't mean that people that potentially could listen to my music will notice it either. I had to learn that work is an investment in myself, and just like people who invest in stocks, you're not going to see the big returns right away. It's people who sit on their investments for the long haul are the ones who see the biggest return. And it's the same, I feel like, as an artist. If you continually just put in that work little by little by little, you will see the return. And having patience and trust and confidence in myself that I will get to where I want to be, and that trusting the process is how you keep yourself from getting too low or getting too high. As an artist, it's easy to just see the end result and see what others are doing, and comparing ourselves to the progress of others and the successes of others. And I think that can lead to our demise as well, because we don't know why a certain person that we see successful, why they are successful, or what they did to get there. And you'll probably never know, and that's okay. But all you can focus on is the process of working every day to get better yourself, because whatever opportunities that person was exposed to, or people that they knew, or whatever luck they had, because in a lot of instances it's just being ready for opportunities. That if you are too worried about the end goal, you're gonna miss out on the preparation that is gonna make sure that you're ready when that opportunity is in front of your face. And the only way to be ready is to just prepare every day and incrementally get better. And by doing that, you have to tune out the outside noise. You can take advice and you can think logically about it and see how you can implement advice to make yourself better. But if you're trying to just follow exactly what someone did to the T, it's not going to work, because you don't know who they knew, and you don't know what opportunities were sitting there, and you don't know the work that they put in to get there. So just focus on yourself, get better, write every day, practice your stage performance, experiment with different productions, study music. Don't just study the type of music you want to do, but what I've tried to do is just study the genre as a whole, and study genres that are adjacent and close to hip hop, and just figure out how can I make the most unique music that I like, that is also going to appeal to the audience that I am aiming for. And if you do that, that's all you can ask. Just be ready for the opportunities when they come, because they're far few in between, and you need to be ready for them, because looking at the end goal is going to make you miss the steps to get where you need to be to reach the end goal, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to give you guys a little motivational talk, because sometimes I have to give these to myself. Making music is a grind and a journey, and sometimes can seem thankless when you're getting limited streams, or you're not seeing money from the streams you're getting because Spotify pays such a little amount, or you're trying to get your YouTube channel monetized. So right now everything you're doing is an investment for the future, and it can seem tedious and daunting, I know, but from my experience, to get where I'm at now, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but keep working. That's all I have for you guys this week, but thank you for tuning in to The Craft. I'm Oddity. Please hit subscribe below, share the video, like the video, comment. We got to get that algorithm moving, hip-hop content moving. So thank you all, and I'll have another video for you next Wednesday.